Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers. May peace and blessings be upon you all. Hazrat Abdul Mutalib, the grandfather of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, was a respected leader in Makkah and a custodian of the Kaaba. He was a noble and honorable figure, known for his wisdom and generosity. The story of his vow, or manat, involving the sacrifice of 100 camels, is a powerful event in his life and a significant story in the seerah of the Prophet. Background of the vow. This story begins with Hazrat Abdul Mutalib's struggle to find water for the people of Makkah. The city, which depended on the Zamzam well, had seen the well's location lost for generations. Abdul Mutalib, inspired by a dream, was guided to the well's location and began the difficult process of digging it alone. As he worked tirelessly, he prayed for strength and support, feeling the weight of the task as the sole custodian of this mission. He longed for a larger family, particularly sons, who could help him fulfill his responsibilities. Out of this desire, Hazrat Abdul Mutalib made a heartfelt vow to Allah. He promised that if he were blessed with 10 sons who would grow to be strong and support him, he would sacrifice one of them in Allah's name as an act of gratitude. The fulfillment of the vow. As the years passed, Allah blessed Abdul Mutalib with 10 sons. True to his word, he prepared to fulfill his vow. He gathered his sons and explained the promise he had made. With heavy hearts, they accepted his decision, though it was painful for everyone. To determine which son would be sacrificed, Abdul Mutalib decided to cast lots, a practice that was common at that time. When the lots were drawn, the name that came up was that of his beloved youngest son, Abdullah, the father of the future Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. Abdullah was known for his beauty, kindness, and piety, and was cherished by his father and the people of Makkah. Though Abdul Mutalib loved Abdullah dearly, he was committed to fulfilling his vow. However, many of the people of Makkah, moved by Abdullah's fate, implored Abdul Mutalib to find an alternative. They suggested consulting a wise woman who lived in Yathrib, Medina, for guidance. Following their advice, Abdul Mutalib traveled to her, and she advised him to draw lots between Abdullah and 10 camels. If the lot fell on Abdullah, he was to add 10 more camels each time until the lot fell on the camels instead. The sacrifice of 100 camels. Abdul Mutalib followed her advice. Each time the lot fell on Abdullah, he added 10 camels, repeating the process with growing anxiety. Finally, when the number of camels reached 100, the lot fell on the camels instead of Abdullah. This outcome was accepted as a sign from Allah, and Abdul Mutalib was relieved. He sacrificed the 100 camels in Abdullah's place as a means of fulfilling his vow, and Abdullah's life was spared. This event holds great significance in the life of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, as it shows how the lineage of the Prophet was divinely protected even before his birth. It also demonstrates the strong faith and sincerity of Hazrat Abdul Mutalib, who was prepared to give up what was most precious to him in the service of Allah. The sacrifice of 100 camels became a symbol of his devotion and the values of sincerity and submission to Allah's will, values that would later characterize the life and message of his grandson, Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. Allah Hafiz. Until the next video, stay blessed and in the care of Allah.